All right, guys, check this out. I said that I was going to start doing this. Okay, when I make videos, I like to talk about one subject throughout the whole video. But during the week when I'm driving down the road, I think of certain things that I want to talk about. But the things are not large enough to make a whole video about. And I said I was just going to start talking about multiple subjects. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about, things to check if you buy a Cadillac Northstar. Okay. I actually was going to make this video pouring stuff out on the car. But I want to talk about Northstars. Why did I buy a Cadillac Northstar? Why did I buy the DeVille when the engines are supposed to be so bad? Well, I think I've already explained this. I bought it because I want one. Like I said, my niece had one. I wanted one ever since. Before she got hers, I didn't even want to look at a Northstar before she got hers. After she got it, I wanted to help her, so I did some work on it and realized it's really not as hard as I thought it was. It's not easy, but it's really not that hard. But anyway, I fell in love with the car and I wanted one. Okay, will I buy another one? Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure a broke person didn't own the car. I'm gonna try to, hopefully I'll buy it during the summertime when it's warm outside and I can actually smell the inside of the car. Because I've noticed that when you buy cars when it's real cold outside, they don't really smell that bad. But when they get warm, oh my God, the smell just come out. All right. Actually, I don't want to talk about Northstar. Let's see what else we got here. Man trapped in car for 14 hours. I was watching the video. Some old guy, like 67 years old, he buys that Cadillac that's made off a Corvette. He gets into the car, he closes the door, and the car won't crank because the battery is dead, and he can't open the door. Okay, now I understand not everybody knows as much about cars as I do. Okay, but I remember when this car first came out, I remember reading, well actually I think I read about the Corvette, that the Corvette had a button you push that opens the door. But they said that if the battery go dead, there was a lever on the floor that you could pull and open the door. Okay, so I heard about the Cadillac was made off the Corvette, so I assumed it had the same mechanism. I watched the video and I'm thinking to myself, why was he trapped in the car for 14 hours? It's made off a Corvette, so most likely it's got the same door release. And it would seem common sense would tell anybody, well, not necessarily anybody, but a car guy that there's an electronic button, the battery go dead, the button's not going to work, there's got to be a manual release. You would think the state law, the government would make it where they would have to put a manual release somewhere that near the door. I mean, they're not going to put it on that side. They're not going to put it behind the seat. They're going to put it somewhere near the door. So you would have thought, but he's 67. And a lot of people who buy expensive cars, they don't really know how to drive them. They don't really have the mechanical knowledge. And it really pisses car people off when we see somebody who has the money to buy something, but they don't know how to drive it. I mean, it's sort of like a person who can't have kids. And then you have people who have kids and mistreat them. You want to go up and strangle that person. You like, damn, I want kids. I can't have kids. This person got kids, but they're not taking care of the kids. Car guys feel the exact same way. All right, next subject. Paint my frame. Oh yeah, that's not really a story. I noticed my F-150, it's got some rust. Not real bad, just a little surface rust where the wheels are on the frame. And I was watching the video and I said that when I got home, I was going to go up and spray paint on the little rust part so I don't want to rust out my frame. But that's what that was. It's not really a conversation piece. But I guess that would be an idea for people who have F-150, get you some black spray paint and spray paint the frame. Now, some people will say, well, that's not going to stop the rust. It'll still rust underneath. Okay, in that case, get you a wire brush and go across the rust part. I don't know, spray a little WD-40 on there. And, I don't know, wipe it off, or I don't know what you do. I'm just going to probably, come to think of the wire brush thing might work. I might get a wire brush and brush it, blow it off, and just spray paint. Whatever, we'll do something. Anything better than leaving it exposed. All right. Why my wheels stay dirty? Now, this was going to be a video I was going to make by itself. I have come up to people. I got coworkers, usually females. And I've complained, asked them, you know, hey, do you know why your wheels are so black? And they say, oh, my wheels are black because I haven't washed my car in a while. No. Your wheels are black because whoever put your brakes on put cheap brakes. No, they didn't put cheap brakes. I went to such and such and I paid $200-300 get my brakes. Them are not cheap brakes. Yes, they are. You have a Honda Accord. Honda Accords are not really that heavy. And your freaking wheels look like the front of a 2001 Expedition. Okay? Yeah. 2001, 2005 or whatever Expedition, the front wheels used to look black, right? Anyway, so if you have black front wheels on your car, truck, or whatever, and you didn't get your brakes put on by the people who actually made the car, whoever put them on probably put cheap brakes, probably. All right, next thing I want to talk about. Walking through. I hate when I use two words. I can't remember what the hell I was talking about. Walking through. Okay. Forward at night. Oh yeah, upload forward at night. A few weeks ago, when I rented the Dodge Challenger, I took my Ford F-150 to the Ford place to get the front end of the line. And I realized they didn't have gates. They didn't lock the dealership. So I decided I paid for it, but I left my Ford truck at the Ford place. And I walked over to the Budget and I drove the Challenger. Okay. I had to do laundry. The Challenger, my laundry wouldn't fit in the Challenger. So I parked the Challenger at Budget, and I walked over to the Ford dealership at night about 11 o'clock, and this was in Cobb County. So the purpose of the video, I didn't upload the video because it was real shaky. I recorded it with my GoPro Hero 5, and it was real shaky. Anyway, I was walking through this parking lot like 11:30 at night in Cobb County, and I was thinking to myself, this is a damn good way. I thought the camera wouldn't work. This is a damn good way for a brother to get arrested. Walking with a criminal record at that. Walking through a car parking lot 11:30 at night in Cobb County. That's all that was. Next thing I want to talk about. When I fell in love with minivans, I've uploaded that video. By the way, that video has a yellow flag. I wonder if it's because I accidentally said Mexican. Oh well, I was going to remake the video and cut that part out, but I decided, you know what, man, that is not racist. I just accidentally said Mexican, you know? Jeez. Is YouTube just that, sensitive or whatever? You gonna put a yellow flag on it? I ain't getting YouTube. I'm getting tired of YouTube, but I like the money, so I keep dealing with them. All right. Okay. Man, I don't feel like talking about this. I don't feel like talking about that. Oh. I also leave certain, messages. For myself, personal message because I'm going to look here. So I leave a certain personal message here. Oh, I was going to say, the first time I flew in an airplane, I've flown one time in an airplane. Some years ago, I can't remember what year. It's been probably, I don't know, probably 10 years ago. Okay, I was a truck driver. I was talking to another truck driver, and he mentioned something about I could go to this airport in Lawrenceville near 316. I think it's called Briscoe Field, I think. Well, anyway, he told me I could go up there, go to the airplane school, pay like $53. I think it was $53 back then. It's probably a lot higher now. But they would take me up on a small plane. He says it's called a discovery flight. So I went there. I didn't really believe they was going to do it, but they did. I went there. They talked about the school. I think it was like $2,000 back then for one class or whatever. But yeah, they took me outside. I think it was a student. He took me outside. He showed me how to pre-trip the plane and check the oil and check the fuel and check this, check that. I don't remember. We got into this little small plane. I don't remember what kind of plane it was. It was a single engine plane. I think the wing was overhead wing, I think. But anyway, we went up on a little flight, and I had never flown before. And this was supposed to be a video by itself. But anyway, I never flown before. Some years ago, I used to be afraid of flying. I was petrified of flying. But the funny thing was, I love airplanes. I love talking about them. I love watching stuff about airplanes or whatever. But I was afraid to fly. But I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, I wasn't afraid to fly no more. Well, I went up in that small plane. I remember, I don't know how high we was, maybe the treetop, and the plane dropped for a second and scared the crap out of me. And I was thinking, why the hell did I get in this small plane? But actually, that was the only problem I had. I enjoyed it. He let me take control of the plane, you know, go up and down, turn a little bit, whatever. I enjoyed it. I didn't have the money to go to school. Would I go to school now? If I hit the lottery, I would, but otherwise, it's really not that important to me. But anyway, I enjoyed it. So that's about all I got to say there. Okay, what else are we going to talk about? I got to erase that. That is nasty. YouTube is not going to pay me if I put that up there. You know, it's amazing how you think about certain things. And you say, I'm going to make a video about this. And then I get home and I'm like, nah, I ain't going to make a video about that. Oh, I was supposed to be making a video this weekend. I was going to go to Pull Apart to find me another Space Savers tire. I was going to make a video. Here's another example that trips me out about YouTube. You know how people on YouTube, they always want to tell you the rules. You can't drive over 55 miles per hour with a temporary spare tire. You go, yes, you can. No, you can't. You can't drive over 50. Getting loud, dude, it's not going to change the fact that you can. Dude, I grew up with people who used to drive around on temporary tires until they went flat. I had a friend, I ain't going to call his name, Danny. He had a temporary tire on the back of his mama's car so long, the tread went slick. It was smooth. He took it to a shop to get another tire put on the temporary rim, and the guy was like, we don't sell tires for that. So don't tell me you can't drive 55 miles per hour on a temporary. You can. It just, you're not supposed to. How fast can you drive? I don't want to use my temporary tire that's in the Cadillac now because it's brand new. I don't want to use it. Actually, I don't want to ever use it. Like I said, I'm thinking about buying another one. You know, they're only like $13. I want to buy another one. Put it on the Cadillac and then drive it down the highway at about 75, 80 miles per hour. I might even do 100. But anyway, that's all I was talking about there.